All right, guys, I am going into Soulcycle for the first time. Oh my goodness. In Yorkville. Little Soulcycle update for ya. We actually closed one studio, which, if I'm just counting my blessings, I'm happy that one is still open. And so yeah, I'm headed into the Yorkville studio now for our first meeting, kind of to go over all of the new safety precautions that we're gonna be taking. Yeah, it's gonna be different, but I'm excited. Also, this is a mask my mom made. It has bikes on it. It has been a minute since I've been here. Honestly, I never would have thought that in March, I actually took 4 days off because I was going out to Dallas just to visit, and because I was injured, but I never would have thought it was gonna be my last box. Yeah, it's pretty wild that I haven't been here since the beginning of March. Whew. Honey, I'm home. We are all doing our little safety seminar, 6 feet apart, getting the studio ready for the band. So, we're going into the studio to do a little group setup, which is one of the new precautions that we are taking. You have to wear your mask until you get to your bike. And then once you're at your bike, on your bike, just 6 feet away from anyone else, you can take off your mask, but obviously in the studio, you have to wear it. My home. Oh. And this is my home right here.
Are you gonna teach one song?
Well, wow, I could. I didn't bring my laptop, but well, wow. I would love to. I hope everyone feels comfortable coming to ride, taking all these extra precautions so that you'll all come. Liv got new shoes. She's a star. Guys, so I've recently become obsessed with TikTok.
Do you want to switch?
And like all the songs. What'd you say? I know it is a little late for that, but all the songs that I'm like, wait, this is a real song?
Pop it to the ground, she'll free.
Oh wow, we're mic'd up! Woo! Now that you're all on your bikes, you can take your masks off. Okay, so a couple things if you're new to Soulcycle, things to check for your settings. Your seat, put your hands on your hips. Check all your things, make sure nothing's wobbling around. To clip in. You want to feel that click. Step your other foot over, kind of do the same thing, wiggle it around until you're locked and loaded. Take a second, feel it out. Everyone feels good up here? Anyone have any questions? No, we're good? Welcome back, guys. We did the damn thing. Oh, we're back. Whew, so, couple reminders for all my Soul fam on here. After you unclip, put your mask back on before you head out of the studio. And we'll see you on a bike soon. I really hope that everybody feels comfortable coming back to Soulcycle. I know these are definitely weird times, but I feel like it definitely helps to know that we have and are going to be taking all precautions to ensure that everybody is safe. For a couple things I want to remind you guys of before we come in. Things that we're doing are keeping 6 feet in the States, and for my Canadians, it's 2 meters, which is a little bit over 6 feet apart. We'll be disinfecting everything that gets touched, obviously. We're actually leaving 30 minutes in between every class now to ensure that we can give the room a full deep clean. We have new ventilation and filtration systems in every room that's gonna flip the air and make sure that it's nice and clean in there for you. All of the more frequently touched items have been removed from the studio. Like what, gum? Help me, Mish.
Gum, razors.
Gum, razors, there's no showers temporarily. We have 6-foot markers around the studio. Personal water bottles you can bring for sure, but we're not actually using the water fountains in studio. So if you bring one from home, make sure it's full. If not, we have water bottles here at the studio.
You have to wear a mask at all times.
Once you're in the room at your bike is the time that you can take your mask off. Also digital check-in, you'll be able to check in on your phone online, Mish, or just on your app?
On your app.
You'll be able to check in on your app. Then when you get to the studio, it's contactless. You're already checked in. We give you a thumbs up and you're good to head into the class. Not being late for class. Once the doors close, the doors close. Once you're clipped into the bike, there won't be any leaving, and that's again just to avoid touching a bunch of things on the way in and out. We'll be doing group setups to avoid coming in contact with people, which I know it seems like it might be challenging if you're new, but once you get into the studio, we're gonna do a really thorough demonstration from up on the podium to help you get all clipped in and ready, whether it's your first class or you've been here a bunch of times. It's nice to get a little refresher, make sure all your settings are correct. Things that people have been asking, even if you're from the same household, you still have to continue maintaining your distance in on the studio. At the end of class, make sure you put your mask on before you leave the studio, and sending you air high fives from here. Woo! I know it sounds like it sucks right now, no candles or dance bombs, but hopefully those will be back again soon. Given all of the circumstances and trying to navigate, making people feel comfortable coming back into the studio, I think the biggest thing that is really exciting is just being able to be back in the studio. Getting used to the changes is gonna take a little bit of an adjustment, but once we're all in here sweating together, it'll feel like old times. We got all the vocal celebrations coming your way.
Yay! Just did a little tester class of dripping. Ooh.
It feels so good to be back in this room. I promise when you guys come back in and feel that even though there's fewer bikes in here, the magic, the energy, all of those things are still very present in this room. You won't feel a damn difference. Look, your bikes are gonna fill. I hope everyone feels comfortable coming back into the studio. Reach out to Your Soul Matters or your local studio if you have any questions. And come check out your girl in Toronto once travel's allowed.